Good afternoon, everyone. I think you can see my slide. Yeah, my name is Metili and speaking from Ashikaga University in Japan. And I'll be presenting my research titled Desirable Performance and Improvement of Panel Type Solar Cooker, its adoption in Tanzania. And without further notes, these are my outline. I'll be starting with introduction, short background on issues regarding to energy and why we are being motivating to study for alternative or clean energy. Basically, we have gaps like access to clean cooking fuel, especially in a developing country. And we also have reason to study this because of increasing costs on fossil fuel and dependence on fuel and biomass, which lead to indoor air pollution, environmental burden, and has caused global and climate change issues. Taking us just a statistic on like in developing country in Africa particular, 70% of the population nearly lack access to clean cooking fuel, and almost half of the population have no access to electricity, which is a basic human needs. And this all lead to dependence on biomass, as I said, tradition, use of searching firewood and charcoal. So it lead on air pollution, which cause premature death. Do you see my slide? Sorry.
Sir, you have to move it manually. You have to make it manually next.
Okay. Now, as I said, this was an introduction which I have already discussed regarding on background of current and renewable energy issues, which mainly, I said, it led to many problems. That's why we are searching and researching on environmental and clean energy, especially solar cooker. Solar cooking. What is solar cooking? Because my research focus on solar cooker. These are devices used for cooking by means of sun rays, and sun rays get reflected into the cooker and converted into heat, and it cook food directly. The numerous benefits of solar cooking: clean, facilities clean and fuel free because it is naturally existent, so it has no cost. Just need the cost of purchasing at first the device, later you'll use it free. It is emission free, and also it helps you to mitigate environmental and health effects. Another benefit is it can smooth cooking process. It was simple technology. As you can see, this photo show how we research during our field study in the country, Tanzania, and try to promote the use or adoption of solar cooker. And this is study, we studied the existing model type, which is panel cooker, to improve and later test the adaptability in developing country. Panel cooker, as I say, they are cheaper and easier construction, and can be easily disseminated. Basically, there are 3 types among this, which one I focus There are the box type, which are mainly suitable for baking, and because they at least keep warm the food even after some interaction, like cloud interaction. And we have a parabolic called the sometimes concentrating cooker. These are the cook fast and attain the high temperature, and they are suitable for frying. Talking on abstract of a summary of this work, like I say, the study was to improve performance of the solar cooker, and improve design and practical experiments were carried out. And one of our experiments we simulated using the cooker before experiment. We simulated by using a program or tracing technique software to calculate the concentration and robustness of sun rays in the cooker. The result of this, one of the simulations show that when you use like a 20, the pot of 20 centimeter diameter, 20 centimeter, and the height of 15 centimeter, at an elevation angle of 55, and give the concentration, which is 6.5, and the factor of 6.5, which are quite high and good for the performance of the panel. So we also conducted some cooking experiment in the field and a short survey questionnaire to assess the solar cooking awareness and behavior, cooking behavior in the respective country. And the result of our survey revealed that some people are aware of this technology, and however, a big number showed the interest on adopting the technology, since it is free and will reduce the cost of the expenditure. Yeah, methodology, basically we improve the material design, we improve the glassing and mobile. We made a design a mobile app which will assist the user at the first to determine, because the sun is moving all the day and at different location, different time. The sun elevation angle is different, so you need to maximize or to know the right position where you can point the solar cooker. So we design some mobile application which will enhance the user, and also using of improving of the glassing, like the enclosure. We normally enclose the pot so that we retain the heat. Current studies, current work, we use plastic, but in this research we use the corrugated plastic, like the greenhouse material, the hard plastic material, and it show like it works properly. And this is another part in the methodology. I say we use questionnaire to determine some adoption preference. Yeah, on issue of result and some findings. Yeah, the lab shows some good point when because we were trying to find the tilting point, the position, where do you put the position, and we calculate, or we run the software by having selecting different solar elevation angle, and we having the 3 position on the panel. So we determine which work the best at what time and at a certain location. So actually to show them at a tilting angle of 21, when you tilt the panel at 21 degree, there's elevation angle 55, when the sun is a bit low, is work to give a good performance. And also the other, we carried out the cooking, the field, and we try to cook some local foods, and this is the graph show the number of experiment by cooking time to 2 different locations. The one in the central and the other is in northern of the country. And the results are quite okay, and it showed a good performance. Going to the other part of the social or behavior, and we conducted a short survey based on a simple question regarding awareness of the solar cooking and main challenge facing the current issue when it comes to the issue of cooking, and how extent and how willing do the respondent willing to buy or to procure the solar technology. So this graph shows response from 52 volunteers who responded to the questionnaire, and the common challenge raising currently, which is facing, is the increase. Most of them say the increased cost of purchasing cooking fuel, and regarding the source of energy they use differ from one place to another. Like in a typical rural where there is no electricity, the use of firewood and charcoal is high, and where in semi and rural and urban, they use mix of LPG gas and charcoal. Mostly they use gas because it's quick and they can boil or warm the food quickly, but the charcoal for a long cooking food. And finally, concluding my research, and the panel type cooker, due to its cheaper material for construction, can be possibly afforded in a poor community in the developing country. And the result of the cooking, as we are seeing, and the several lab simulations show the solar cooker perform and cook different foods, except the dishes that need stirring and or fried ones. The survey showed the community have interest and willing to adopt the use of solar, since it is clean and free energy source, and hence will reduce their expenditure. However, some encounter social issues, like most of the community in Tanzania, no household, they have a habit that perform the cooking activity should be performed in an enclosed area or in the kitchen, and solar cooking is done open in the sun. So there's kind of this mentality, and also the cooking should be interactive, and cooking the flexibility to switch cooking variety of foods. But adoption of solar cooker technology is viable because of the potential resources, and can be harnessed using these simple devices. And adoption can be introduced through education, secondary student and SMEs who are for the household in rural, especially areas where there are scarcity of cooking energy source. So these are the list of my reference, and finally, thank you very much, and I'll appreciate for any question.
Thank you very much, sir, for your presentation. It's a very interesting research work you have done. I would like the audience, if anyone has a question for this presentation. Have you done the cost analysis for this this one, the solar panelized cooker?
Yeah, yes, the cost, yeah, there is cost. Currently, it costs like 75 USD.
And how long it will be lasting, the material of the cooking material?
Yeah, the duration of the material, because it's hard plastic, depend on how the user is handling, but it's normally not less than 1 year,
Not
depending on the user handling.
Okay, that's very interesting work. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much.